Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Capitalize Your Best podcast, where we help you capitalize on what you do best to grow your revenue. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting, and we come to you every single Wednesday in the Capitalize Your Best podcast to help you grow your business through marketing and business strategy. Friends, thank you so much. I am glad to see you all. It's been a wonderful week. It's been great seeing you. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, the recommendations that you put on the last episode. So I appreciate you guys taking all that. We have a lot going on. As always, I encourage you to check out our Monday podcast, which is called This Is Gonna Hurt. That's part of the Capitalize Your Best Life Network that focuses on building a better you. Here we talk strictly about business and marketing and how those things relate. And we have a lot going on in that direction. If you're listening to this on Tuesday or Wednesday, the following Tuesday on the 23rd, we have one of our Capitalize Marketing Labs. That's from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Out of the Box Conference Center in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And we're focusing on something called 30 Pieces of Content. That is a lab where I'm going to help you create 30 pieces of content that you can use over and over again across multiple platforms to grow your marketing and grow your business. I encourage you to check it out. We have a couple of seats left. There's only 6 or 8 seats that are typically available. I need you to bring your phone and your laptop for this because the first half is seminar. The second half is practical lab where we help you actually create the content. That link will be in the show notes. But for today, what we're going to talk about is your defining characteristic as a business owner, salesperson, or an entrepreneur. What is your defining characteristic? Now, I got this idea. I was out for a run and I was listening to a podcast, one of my favorite podcasts called My First Million. And they're interviewing the CEO of HubSpot, multi-billionaire, and he was talking about defining characteristics that helped him when he got started. And it made me think about my defining characteristics. And I was focusing on how this plays itself out in the perception of your business and the success of your business. Like, for example, I know when you think about me, what I hope you perceive is that I'm determined and that I work hard and that I'm always seeking to be smarter and to grow and to learn. I hope those are the perceptions of me because no matter what, that's brought to the perceptions of Capitalize, that we're going to work hard for you, that we're going to provide a lot of resources for you. We're going to continually help you get smarter as we get smarter so that then you can grow your business. Those are all wrapped together. And then I thought, well, what happens if you're speaking to a business person or a salesperson, entrepreneur, and they don't feel like they have a defining characteristic? Well, honestly, if there's not a defining characteristic about you, you've either been very lucky in life or someone has just taken care of you all of your life. Because what's got to happen is you've got to have something that's helped you separate yourself. If you've been able to just kind of cruise along without a defining characteristic, you've been very lucky, or someone just pays all your bills. Otherwise, something has to separate you. And what is that thing? It doesn't have to be a singular characteristic that makes you different than everyone in the world. It's got to be a singular characteristic that defines you. And when you've got that one, people begin to know who you are. And when you can stack things on top of them, stack 2 or 3, then you have a great chance for success. Let me give you an example. I'll give you a sports analogy. When you look at basketball players, maybe you don't know who this basketball player is, but his name is Vince Carter, phenomenal college athlete at UNC. And when he came to the NBA, he was known as a ferocious dunker. He could dunk, right? He had a skill. And then he has one of the most famous dunks ever in the Olympics, where he literally jumped over Frederick Weiss. The guy was 7'2". He jumped over and dunked him. And it was one of his defining characteristics. He could dunk. Well, that made him famous, but it didn't make him legend. When you think about Michael Jordan, they will say, oh, he could dunk, he could shoot, but the thing about Jordan is he was a fierce competitor. He would not lose at all. When you think about Kobe Bryant, like he could dunk, he'd shoot, he had a fadeaway, but he had a mentality, the Mamba mentality. And you see what happens is they start having this stacked characteristic up, up, and up. And the more characteristics they were stacked, the more legend and more successful they can be. And so when you have one characteristic, you have a chance for success. When you have multiple, you have a chance to be a legend. Now you've got to have that one. So on a basketball team, when you got a guy on the bench, he's made it to the NBA, good for him, but there's not anything that singularly defines him. He doesn't have a chance for a long career. Now for you, you've got to have that singular characteristic at least. Like, what is it? And again, for me, I think people look at me and they know I'm determined and I work hard and I'm trying to get smarter every day. I've been able to stack them. And I know that those things are going to help me succeed, right? When it comes down to it, I know I can just outwork everybody, right? When I look at my running career as a marathoner, like I'm not the fastest in the world, but people know that I'm going to train. They see me every single day, right? They know that I'm going to overcome obstacles through my epilepsy journey. Those things have helped me be a successful marathon runner. And that's why I've been able to qualify for Boston, run 50Ks, run 50 milers. And I want to do more. And I've won some races. Now, there are other characteristics. I've got a buddy, and you know what? He's just fast. He is fast, but I also know that he works incredibly hard. He puts it, I see him on Strava. So, what I want for you is I want you to begin thinking about what is your defining characteristic as a business owner, salesperson, entrepreneur? What is it? What's the one thing that you're known for? And then once that's known, you're like, okay, I'm going to, in my marketing, I'm going to play that up. That's the thing that we capitalize your best on, you know? But then I want you to start adding to it. What are other characteristics? What are other characteristics? And when you can start stacking, defining characteristics of who you are, you get a chance to be a legend and succeed, and you will not be deterred. You will get there. Now, you may say, well, I'm brand new. I don't have a defining characteristic. Then this is your chance to make sure there is a defining characteristic, develop it, begin market it, that capitalize your best and getting it out there. And then once you get that one, people are like, you know what? They have they're always available. Maybe that's your defining characteristic. You're always available. Okay. Make sure everybody knows that you're always available and then begin stacking on top of it. I will tell you the two characteristics that help you win no matter what is that you're going to work harder than everybody else and you're going to get smarter every single day, because there's a lot of people who don't want to work hard and there's a lot of people who don't want to get smarter. But figure out what that defining characteristic is, and then you want to share it in your marketing and you want to add on top of it. If you want help with this, this is what we do at Capitalize Marketing and Consulting. We help you capitalize on what you do best. We have a program where we're going to help figure out what is that defining characteristic of you. We're going to find a way to make sure that's shared in your marketing in a way that's humble and not bragging, and it helps solve the problem of an ideal client. And then we build and build, and along the side you're getting more and more skills because you're educating, you're learning, you're putting in the work. And by the time you've gone through the program, then you have a defining marketing campaign that can actually speak to someone and you can get clients. So I was very excited to think about this today. I really want you guys to think about it. What's the defining characteristic as a salesperson, entrepreneur, business person for you? And then what happens if you stack on top of it? If you want help with that, please reach out to me. You'll find me everywhere. All the socials, Gordon Duncan, Capitalize Marketing, everywhere you're going to find me. You can just find me on my Facebook page at Gordon Duncan and message me, or you can just send me an email, gordon@capitalize.biz or Gordon at CTP Marketplace. Just look for me. I will make sure you get there. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. And please come to the Capitalize Marketing Lab on Tuesday, the 23rd at 2 p.m. 30 pieces of content to transferring marketing. The link is in the show notes, and I can't wait to see you there. Guys, keep at it. I'm proud of you. Don't give up. Today's not the day to give up, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks so much, friends. Bye-bye.